What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike Sherrard, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to run the perfect Instagram ad for real estate agents. There's a lot of realtors that want to run Instagram ads, but I see a ton of common mistakes. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to take you through step by step the entire way, start to finish, and show you how to properly run an Instagram ad in 2020. So let's get straight into it. We are on my Facebook page. So evidently, to start with this, what you want to do is start on your Facebook page, come up here and go to the top and click create. Now we're going to go to ad. So this is just like a creative way to basically just start off your ad instead of having to go to your business manager. This is just a shortcut to get you straight to there. So go ahead and click add. And now while this is loading up, this is going to take us to our ads manager. So once this loads, we're going to start going through step by step, every step of the way, including the special ad category, because we all know that that's a whole different beast to tackle in 2020 now that they introduced that. So one thing that I do want to say before we get started into this full step-by-step tutorial is that this is for Instagram ads. Now, if you want to know all of the different types of Instagram ads for buyers, sellers, investors, and if you want to know exactly what you post in order to build a multiple six-figure per year business from Instagram, drop a comment below and I'll send you my free masterclass. I personally was ranked top 30 realtor in the world on social media because of my Instagram. So what I did in this masterclass is I packaged everything that I've done in order to create six figures just from people DMing me on Instagram. Not me outreaching, but people direct messaging me on Instagram from strategic posts that are proven to attract clients and referrals at scale. So if you want to know that information, just comment below. I'll send you my free masterclass that breaks down the exact posts you need to make. Otherwise, let's get straight into it. So if you want to run a lead generation ad for Instagram, which is likely the best way to do it, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a special ad category. So if you don't know what the special ad category is, it's something that came into effect early this year. And unfortunately, what it does is it makes it so that you have to have limited opportunities for targeting. So I'm going to get into that in a second here. But what you have to do is click housing, because unfortunately, over the years, Mark Zuckerberg has gotten into some trouble with Facebook and targeting specific people. Like you can see here, credit, employment, housing, social issues, elections, and politics. I wish housing wasn't grouped into the same thing, but unfortunately it is. So we have to deal with it, unfortunately. But ultimately, if you know how to run Instagram ads the right way, which again, I'll teach you in the masterclass, you don't have to worry about this, because personally, I actually never used the targeting options that people raved about and said were the best things. And now that the special ad category is into effect, it's taken away everything. Those who actually know how to market properly never used those options in the first place. They use the stuff that I teach in that masterclass because there's better ways to target people than just niching it down by a smaller audience. So we're going to go to housing and then click lead generation. So we're going to come down here and we're going to name it. So if you're naming it lead generation for buyers, and then what I like to do is I like to put the date. So we're going to put, July 30th, for example, just so that you can track it on whenever you look at your homepage, you can track and see when you started it. Just makes it very easy for tracking. Now click continue. So obviously you need to select your Facebook page. So I've got mine here, Mike Sherrard, eXp Realty, and I have accepted the terms for lead ads. So the difference with special ad category now that we're in 2020 is the fact that previously you were able to adjust the age, the gender, and those were powerful because previously when you could adjust the age, we all know that 18-year-olds are usually not buying or selling properties, and also people over 65 might not be buying either. So you could filter out the people that might not be looking to buy or sell. Now you can't do that. But the crazy thing is it doesn't really matter because, again, I never used to adjust that. So what you want to do is you want to come down here and select your market. So what we'll do is we'll just use Denver as an example. So we're going to select Denver, Colorado, and you can see that with the special ad category, you can't go below 15 miles. So the difference between now and last year is that you used to be able to go down to a 1 mile radius. And you could actually drop a pin and go down to a very small radius as well. Now, no matter if you drop a pin, select a city, doesn't matter what you do, you cannot go below a 15-mile radius. Again, that doesn't make a difference if you know how to properly run ads with things like retargeting, which I do explain in that class. So it doesn't matter. Now, you can't adjust the age, you can adjust the gender. Now, with detailed targeting, a couple things you can do. I like to split test things. So what I personally like to do is I like to run one ad targeting one specific target and one ad targeting another specific target and see which one performs the best. Because what a lot of agents do is they just blanket it, put all their eggs in one basket, and they could be missing out on a huge opportunity, because you might think that targeting Zillow is going to give you the best results, but maybe targeting Realtor.com will give you better results. So if you put all of your eggs in one basket, sometimes that limits your potential. Yes, it is going to cause you to do one extra step in order to target something else, but ultimately that's going to make sure that if you're spending your hard-earned money on marketing, that you're actually spending it not where you assume is going to give you the best results, but what is proven based on data to give you the best results. So what I'll do for the sake of this is I'll just type in Zillow and we'll target people who are interested in Zillow. So you can see here that in Denver, that's about 400,000 people. And ultimately what this does when you look at the Zillow interest is it's people that have expressed online behavior that basically shows that they're interested in things related to real estate. So if they're browsing Zillow, if they're browsing Realtor.com, they're browsing Trulia, Redfin, whatever they're looking at, ultimately this is going to signify and raise a red flag based on Facebook's algorithm that they're basically interested in some sort of real estate. So for this buyer's lead, for example, that's what we're going to target. Now, here's one thing that you really need to be mindful of is automatic placements. Now, obviously, Facebook's saying that this is recommended. Use automatic placements to maximize your budget and help show your ads to more people. It's going to allocate it to where it's best likely to perform. Here's the thing is Facebook wants you to win, but they're also in the business of making money. So if they spread your ads across a ton of different placements, yes, you might get some leads, but ultimately, you could get better results if you know specifically where to target based on proven data. So because I've built my business on social media, I know where to target. And I think that I can eliminate a lot of the ambiguity and get rid of the places that are proven not to target by just going to manual placements. And the best thing you can do is just leave Facebook newsfeed, Instagram feed, and marketplace. But because we're targeting Instagram ads, what we're going to do here is we're going to get rid of Facebook newsfeed, Facebook Marketplace, Internet Explorer, Stories, Streams, in article, and there we go. So now all that we have is the Instagram feed. So this is going to be incredible for making sure that you start to get great results. Now, you can select Instagram Explorer. I just personally find that it doesn't give you as good of results. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it behind Instagram feed, because based on my own strategic data from my own ads, that's what I found has actually converted the best. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to select the budget. So personally, again, based on what I've seen for myself and the clients that I run ads for, you usually want to start at a minimum of $10 a day. When you start playing around with $5 a day, usually it's not going to get you that good of results. Now it's going to say this nonsense over here. This ad set might get you 0 leads. To increase the likelihood of getting results, try one of the following: expand the audience, increase the reach, all that stuff. Now, ultimately, you don't have to do this because you are going to get leads. I've gotten this notification left, right, and center, and I've generated, 180 leads in 3 days for some of our clients. So even though it's saying this, it's basically Facebook trying to get you to spend more money on their platform, and you really don't have to do it. So you can start at $10 a day. Obviously, if you can go to 15 or 20, it is going to help. And then what I always like to do is spend $5 a day on retargeting to make sure that you're going to actually maintain awareness in front of people. So that's one of the biggest things I explain in the masterclass, is making sure that you don't just have one touch point. That's basically like you driving down a highway, seeing a billboard once of a realtor, and then in 12 months, you want to buy or sell. Well, you're never going to remember that person if you only saw it once, but if you continue to drive by it, you'll probably remember them. Same thing with Instagram ads, is that if you only get in front of a cold audience once, and then in 8 or 12 months they want to buy or sell, they're not going to remember you. So by spending $5 a day on retargeting, that's going to make sure that they never forget you. It's an extremely easy strategy, but it's going to make a world of a difference for your business. So now we're going to click continue. So what we're going to do is you have to select your Instagram account, obviously. So I've got mine selected here. If you haven't followed me, please go give me a follow. And now we've got single video or image. So I like to use images. I find they're actually converting quite well right now because this whole kind of wave of people saying that you need to be on video came out. And the problem is that now everybody's doing video ads, which makes it more saturated. So the people that are doing photo ads are actually converting pretty well. So you're going to select an image. So obviously choose one that's property related for buyers. So we're going to go ahead and select this image here. Now, one thing that you can do is crop the image. So Instagram is square. So what I like to do is actually do a square image because that takes up the most amount of real estate on that person's screen. So by doing that, instead of having a smaller image, by increasing the size, it increases the likeliness that they're going to see it and actually click on it. Now, if you do want, again, my highest converting text, feel free to drop a comment and check out that masterclass. But what I'll do is I'll just give you a brief example because in that class, I do give you my exact text. So we can say, attention, Denver. Check out this free custom list of homes under $500,000. And we can do something like, let me get this emoji here. This list is more accurate and up to date than Zillow, Realtor.com, and Trulia. And then I like to just use emojis because it really breaks it up nicely. Click below for your free list. So the headline, which you can see here, is the next aspect of it. So most popular homes under 500K. So this gives you a preview of what it's going to look like. So once this loads, you'll be able to get a pretty good example of what it looks like. So you can see Denver, check out this free list of homes under 500,000, which when they click to see more, they'll see the rest of this text, which is great. Now, what do you want to do? I don't like seeing sign up. I like to do download, get offer, or learn more. So I like to go download for this so that they feel like they're downloading this list. So now it's got download. So check out this free list. Now the final thing that you need to do is actually use a lead form. So what we're going to do is we're going to go new form. And you can just edit this and say something like Denver buyers lead gen. Now I like to go more volume, not higher intent. Higher intent could give you some, I guess, higher intent leads, but ultimately, if you're good at closing on the phone or through text or through email drip campaigns, more volume is going to give you the best results. I actually turn off the intro, and for the questions, I go email, full name, and then the final thing is I like to go, we'll get rid of this. And we will just leave it as, contact fields, phone number. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to leave it as email, name, phone number. It's going to auto-populate with the Facebook lead form. And then you have to include your privacy policy from your website. So if we were to look at mine here, this will take a second to load. So we've got our website here, which is a lead capture website because every agent at EXP does get free access to KV Core, which is incredibly powerful. You can come down here. You've got your privacy policy. So we're just going to go ahead and select that. Privacy policy, put it in here. Now the last thing is doing this. And this actually makes quite a big difference. So make sure you watch this. So headline. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, thank you for the information. Or actually, what I usually do is click below for your free list of homes under 500K. So they know it's a call to action to click down here. So what I'll do is in the description, I'll say, feel free to email us at So feel free to email us at mike@mikesherrard.com if you're interested in viewing any of these beautiful homes. For the call to action, I like to do view website. It doesn't really make much of a difference because you can change the text. So I will say custom list of homes. Now, what link do you put in here? That makes a massive difference. So what I would do if I was actually in Denver, but obviously I'm in Calgary, is I would select single family homes. And I would do a minimum budget of something like $400,000. And obviously we said it was under $500,000. So I'm going to go $500,000. So I would search. And then what I'm going to do is you filter it by popularity. So you can see that here that you have an option of where you want to filter it. So mine's by popularity. And what you want to do is you want to take this link, copy it, paste it in here. So now whenever they click this, they get their list of homes. You're going to get their contact information. And ultimately, because KV Core, aka any of the websites for EXP, their lead generation. So they've got full call to capture as well. So that would capture it as well. But ultimately, you're going to get it done. So you click finish. And then all you have to do, the questions, I need to put this in here. So where would you like us to send the custom list of homes? There you go. Finish. And now all I have to do is click confirm. And off you go. You've got a very powerful Instagram ad, custom tailored towards buyers in Denver. It's going to generate you a ton of leads. And again, if you want to know additional strategies, just comment below. I'll see you in that free masterclass. And I'm excited to show you how to scale your business using Instagram. So comment below if you have any other questions as well. I'm more than happy to help you, and I do respond to 100% of comments. So for those who stayed to the end, thanks so much for supporting my channel. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.